Howdy folks, John here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a cool little scale hinge idea I found. And then we're going to be installing them on this 700 size scale AS350 RC helicopter. Now this hinge idea doesn't only have to apply to RC helicopters, it can be any RC model that's got opening doors or hatches, or really any type of model making at all. But of course, we're going to be fixing this helicopter, and the problem with it is, the other day when I was flying it, the right door fell right off during flight. And the cheapy little plastic stock hinges that came with this thing, you know, they've just failed over time. They're really fragile. I was thinking of 3D printing some new ones, but they're just as fragile. I tried it and they don't look good. Look online for scale hinges of any sort, but for helicopters, you know, you better have some smelling salts out when you're searching for them, because chances are you're going to be on the floor flabbergasted at the prices. We're not far off full-size aviation pricing here. Now that's being a little bit hyperbolic, but you get my point. So I'm going to be showing you what I found, and then we're going to be installing them on this bird. Let's get started. Yeah, so looky what I found one night while tooling around on AliExpress. To pad my order to get some free shipping, came across these things. Eyeglass hinges. And they come in all different shapes and sizes, as you can see. I picked these, what are they? The 9003, because they most closely matched the hinges that were already on the helicopter. But regardless what set you pick, it'll show the dimensions and everything. And very inexpensive, under $6 for a set of 10. And a set includes 2 hinges, so that's actually 20 hinges for under $6 Canadian. And I will have a link to this page down in the description if you wanted to take a peek at any of these. So here's what comes in our little baggie of hinges. There's 2 left bags and 2 right bags. The hinges don't come assembled, so you have to put these together. And yes, it is finicky. It comes with a little baggie of tiny screws for that. And I would highly recommend, if this is going in an RC model, you know, high vibration environment, to put a little thread lock, blue or purple, whatever thread lock you want to use, in the bottom hole. You don't want to put it on the screw and risk having it wick into the actual hinge itself. But these should work well. I've put a couple of together here. You just have to make sure you don't mix up the left and the right, you know, one side left and one side right, because the hinge will be sitting at an angle then. And I think these are going to work pretty well. The holes aren't going to quite match up, but they are very close in size to what's on here. So I think they're going to be okay. Probably going to paint them, but I'm just going to fit them first, just to make sure it works. And as you can see, these Roban hinges are just garbage. Just plastic little pins. Very fragile, very weak. I should mention the little holes in here are very tiny. They're 1 millimeter in diameter. I want to use 1.4 millimeter button head screws on these, so I'm going to have to drill these holes out, but it's no big deal. They drill out quite easy. This is a 1.5 millimeter drill. Yeah, so I've just got a little bit of 5-minute epoxy here mixed up, and I'm just going to fill these holes with the epoxy. One hole matches up not bad. Just press that in to squirt it through. Looks good. And now I'll just wipe off the excess with a little bit of isopropanol. So the epoxy is set up now. I'm just polishing this black with some Meguiars ultimate polish here, whatever polish you like. There's just some epoxy residue left over, right? Black gets a little hairline scratches on it or swirls just by looking at it the wrong way. So yeah, it's coming out pretty nice. So I'm only going to put one screw in each hinge for now. Once it's mounted on the helicopter, then I'll drill the hole out for the other one. This way, you know, it can pivot a little bit if we need some wiggle room, which is always a good thing. Yeah, so some paint chipped off when we removed that hinge, so I'm just going to quickly color it in with a black Sharpie. Okay, I'm not entirely too sure how this is going to go, but I guess the first order of business is to fit the door. I'm going to position it where I think it looks good. Make sure the paint line at the bottom is lined up. Gap is looking fairly good all the way around. Quickly put on some masking tape to hold it in position. Drill our holes. And now I will drill the second hole in this door. Now you could put machine screws through and have little nuts on the other side, but again, this should be okay. Those are just self-tapping screws. I think I can live with that. Definitely a lot better than what was on there and what came with it. But I think we'll take them off and paint them. Yeah, so painting them looks a lot better. I should mention that because these things are chromed, doesn't hurt to hit them with a little bit of Scotch-Brite pad or something similar, just to give them a little bit of texture for the paint to stick. But yeah, it turned out good. The door works well. Yeah, I'm really happy how they came out. To me, they look better than the originals. And what's nice is you can tighten the little screw on the hinge pin. Well, the screw is the hinge pin. So you can have some friction so the door will actually stay open, which is nice on a really hot day so the inside doesn't heat up too much. But yeah, they work well. So if you've been looking for little hinges as well for modeling projects, check out Eyeglass hinges. Lots of different sizes as we saw, and they're easy to find and they're inexpensive and they are strong. And they work really well. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Happy flights. Actually, happy holidays. Or should I say, happy heli days.